Zero in on this one. Beneath the American flag is another flag with 3 words that have caused quite the stir.
The first warning came in August, and they said that I had to take my flag down. It was in violation, the Keep America Great flag.
The Homeowners Association emailed the rules to Swanger. American flags, state of Florida flags, and military flags are okay. All others aren't. To comply, Swanger said she took down the flag. Then she and her boyfriend drove around the neighborhood.
And we saw that there was cardinal flags up, Seminole flags, other flags in the yard.
Eight on Your Side did too and noticed an array of flags.
We put the flag back up because if those flags are still up and they haven't taken those down, I told them I would take mine down and be compliant when those are taken down. They wrote me back saying that they get 47 citations, they drive around twice a month, and that they are not the only one being targeted. And I said, then why are these flags still up?
Eight on Your Side wanted to know that as well. I called and emailed the director of operations for the HOA. No response.
And you see Canadian flags, you see Israeli flags around here, you see sports flags, you see the American flag. I don't see what's wrong with having another flag underneath the American flag.
He said, I don't know what the fuck going on in Miami, bro.
It would be a hard thing to tell someone that they can't believe what they believe.
What Swanger believes is she's being treated differently, all because of who she supports.
Make it the same way for everybody. If it's one way for me, it's going to be the same way for the people on the street over.
Swanger tells me she faces a fine of $150 a day if that flag doesn't come down. Eight on Your Side will keep you posted on what happens. Reporting in Ruskin, I'm Ryan Hughes, 8 on Your Side.
Hey, let's welcome back to the show Hill media reporter Joe Concha. Here's the question for you, Joe.
Jesus,
are Twitter and
she's
Facebook
fucking
trying
thick.
to blow up their business model with the same Republican crowd that are free marketers who'd be the first to defend them? Are they now in the news censorship business?
Hell, what the fuck is going on with Mona? Why is she so damn
They absolutely
thick?
are, Elizabeth. I think George Orwell even looks at this and says, wow, you're going a little far with that whole totalitarian thing at this point, as far as this whole situation of a New York Post story, right? A major publication does a story on Hunter Biden's emails where they actually have the emails, so it's not like it's just based on hearsay here. They have the tangible proof. And for Twitter to say, okay, we're not even going to allow you to share this on our platform, and if you do, your account will be locked. Just ask Kayleigh McEnany, the White House press secretary. Ask the Trump campaign, who had their accounts locked. And now tonight we're just getting word that Twitter's going to now no longer block the New York Post story. That's literally what I'm reading right now. So they reversed course, but that's 3 days later, and they've taken this now and blown it up into a much more huge story than it probably even would have been, because they've attracted all this attention for themselves. But they could get away with it, Elizabeth, because hardly any journalists out there are actually standing up and saying this is wrong, this should not happen, because to do that would be therefore to actually start doing their jobs in investigating this Hunter Biden story, which isn't even, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. This is a California wildfire at this point, but only conservative media is looking into these allegations at this point. But again, with Twitter, to say, you know, okay, well, I just share that story. Look, the toothpaste is already out of the tube, the genie's already out of the bottle, you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together, and, you know, you can't ring that bell. I use every analogy I have around that subject, Elizabeth.
You know, I hear what you're saying. We've reported on the turnstile between Twitter and Facebook and the Democrat Party. We know that Twitter's public policy director is now with the Biden campaign. A former top Facebook executive, Jessica Hurst, is now with the Biden campaign. 90% of the political donations at these two companies go toward the Democrat Party. So, what can be done about it? Because if these companies were censoring stories that were harmful to Republicans, then you could bet there'd be a great hue and cry. I mean, that's why she filed an FEC complaint against Twitter. Republicans talk about hearings, but that feels like mistaking activity for achievement. It just feels like more finger wagging and grandstanding when nothing gets done.
Elizabeth, you got to hit him in the wallet, and the way you do that is by repealing Section 230. What's Section 230? That's basically the Twitters and the Facebooks of the world. They get liability protections around what their users post on their sites. In other words, we're not responsible. This is just what our members are posting. You know what? That needs to go. And this is something that even in a polarized Washington at this point can be done. This is what a lot of Republicans and even Democrats agree on. So yeah, I think if you remove that, then suddenly these companies would be vulnerable, or even break them up. I mean, clearly they're monopolies at this point. You know, we've talked on the show before about media bias and media activism around the CBS's, NBC, ABC, Washington Post, New York Times, CNN. We see that as traditional media, but social media is where people primarily get their news from. They should be considered news organizations as well, even though they're not producing the content. They are providing the platform for people to see them. And at this point, I think these monopolies, in terms of Facebook and Twitter, they're clearly showing they can't police their own content property. They will be. And let's talk about actually breaking up these companies.
Yeah, editors make editorial decisions. Twitter and Facebook themselves are making editorial decisions by showing the story not to show. That's an editorial decision. Twitter says it changed its policy that it will no longer remove, quote, hacked content unless it is directly shared by hackers or those acting in concert with hackers. But Twitter could still bend that and block the New York Post story, claiming Post reporters were acting in concert with where they got the material. And in fact, you know, to this, as of this hour, I think up until now they had been blocking the New York Post story. Your final word.
Yeah, look, Twitter's original excuse was, okay, we're not allowing anybody to disseminate materials that were hacked or stolen. Wow, good thing they weren't around 1971, Elizabeth, because the Pentagon papers wouldn't see the light of day. And then you also look at the New York Times story just recently on Trump's taxes. Pretty sure that those were illegally obtained, yet that was disseminated everywhere and they didn't have a problem with it. So it's the picking and choosing that Twitter does that's only aimed at conservatives and not towards news that's bad towards the president or bad towards conservatives, as far as what they're allowing people to see and what they're not allowing to see. This is as chilling as anything you will ever see. A fantastic hot mess of a dumpster fire, Elizabeth.
There you said it. Joey went there. And we should also point out the Trump-Russia collusion story that Trump hacked with Russia, the Democrat emails. That was all over Twitter. Okay, Joe, you're always great.
Exactly right.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you.
I don't know why she's on TV. She is butt ugly, and wow, she just looks like someone fix her face. Like, just smack her or something. Like, something wrong with her. She just, ugh.
The owner of an historic San Francisco business caught on camera flashing his gun. It's video you'll see only on ABC7. Tonight, he explains why he's taking matters into his own hands to defend Chinatown. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dion Lin. That dramatic video is from outside the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory. I spoke exclusively to the co-owner tonight.
The guy just pushed like this real quick. He did the first push real hard.
This brazen daytime assault happened Saturday afternoon outside Chinatown's iconic Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory, where the man in the black sweatshirt singles out.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Attacks. We blurred the man's face because he has not been arrested.
The guy asked the black guy why you pushed me. He said, oh, because you're staring at me 2 blocks away.
What makes this story remarkable is what unfolds next. Co-owner of the factory, Kevin Chan, seen in the gray sweatshirt with green sleeves, immediately steps in and lifts up his shirt to reveal...
I have a concealed carry that needs to protect my business.
Just the sight of it is enough for the man in the black sweatshirt to leave.
Because he's kind of scared too, so he don't even go any further.
Tourism in Chinatown was down 35% before the pandemic. Once COVID hit, business went down for some as much as 90%.
Where do you guys come from?
Well, some tourists are coming back, as we witnessed Sunday night.
This is the original machine to make fortune cookies. They are 1956.
Kevin can't afford for incidents like this to scare visitors away.
You think the people come? They will have bad impression. They will blame it in the Chinese community.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Report, afraid it would go nowhere. So he is choosing to tell his story, to send a message to local leaders.
Not to defund the police, but to reform the police and to reorganize them, not just take away the resource. And how can we leave the resource?
What would you say to people who consider you a hero?
I'm not a hero. I just do my job.
Full counter!
From the White House, the Rose Garden.
You're already dead.
For economic clubs across the country. We're going to listen to
the American dream. Under my leadership, we will have a effective vaccine before the end of the year. We will supply chains and lift our economy to unprecedented new heights. If the left gains power, they will shut down the
You're already dead, buddy.
prolong the pandemic and impose the most extreme policies in the history of our country. Let's review the record. When I joined you in person last year, our nation was enjoying the greatest economy in history. There was nothing like it. This was a stark contrast.
Ooh! Do it, Dingo Cool!
Since the Great Depression. It was weak and it was sad. In my first 3 years, real income for the typical family increased $6,000, more than 5 times the gains during the entire previous administration. Think of that, 5 times the gain. Income for black Americans.
This nigga out here gaining 5 times?
9 times more under my leadership than during the 8 years before I took office. Their policies punish American workers. My policies promote American workers. At the end of the last administration, the Congressional Budget Office projected fewer than 2 million jobs would be created in 3 years. Well, we did.
No, don't do it!
We created 7 million. Actually, it'll be close to 8 million jobs by the time the final numbers came in. We lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty.
Don't worry, I'm just collecting these effects to send them home to your parents. No. No. War crimes. War crimes.
Inequality declined dramatically, a complete reversal of the Obama years. My policies have benefited those who need it the most. The bottom 50% of households saw an astonishing 40% increase in net worth. Wages rose the fastest for blue-collar workers, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American. Unemployment all reached their lowest levels ever recorded. The last administration sold out American workers like never before, and they sold them to donors, special interests, and globalists. And if you take a look, we have probably plenty of them watching right now, and I understand where you're coming from, but it didn't work out too well with me. We succeeded by reversing those cruel and heartless betrayals. Instead of rewarding companies for outsourcing jobs, I implemented massive tax cuts and regulation cuts to keep jobs, opportunity, and wealth in America. The tax cuts and the regulation cuts were the biggest ever recorded in the history of our country. Instead of waging war on the American energy, we unleashed.
Y'all niggas think I'm scared of you?
The United States.
Oh, I'm about to get in your guts.
Twist and corrupt and horrendous trade deals run by lobbyists and special interests. Yes, some of you. I negotiated pro-American trade deals based on the principles of fairness and reciprocity. Very important. I ended the NAFTA nightmare and signed the brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement into law. I've taken the toughest ever action against China's chronic trade abuses that we all know so well. I immediately canceled the last administration's job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership, and I renegotiated the South Korea deal, which was a disaster. China unleashed the virus onto the world, and only the administration will hold them accountable. And if this administration, if I don't get elected in a little while, 20 days, China will own the United States. I can tell you that. When the China virus arrived, we launched the largest mobilization since World War II to defeat the virus and breaking through every obstacle, cutting every piece of red tape, and moving heaven and earth. The FDA has been fantastic. They're approving things in 1 week that would have taken 2 years. I'm not interested in making friends in the corrupt media, and it is corrupt. My sole focus is protecting American lives and making lives good for American people. We'll beat this virus and we'll eradicate this pestilence and all of the things that happen to our country, our lives, and our planet. Our aggressive and early action saved up to 2 million lives. If you look at the original numbers, it was projected at 2.2 million lives. We're at 210,000, and one is too many. It should have never happened, should have never been allowed to happen by China. Thanks to advances in treatment we pioneered in
I said we spring up China.
We've reduced the fatality rate.
You can't be like that, my man.
85% since April. That number has now gone even better. I'm also working to get
we should march on China today and take back what they took from us. Whoa.
Promise. As you know, a week ago I wasn't feeling so hot.
You speaking reckless.
And I had a drug, Regeneron, that it made me feel very good very fast. I think it's,
somebody stop him. He out here acting different.
But I don't think it was therapeutic. I think it was a cure. For me, it was something that was very good. Now, who knows? Maybe it would have happened anyway. Maybe I would have recovered beautifully anyway. All I know is once I had Regeneron, it worked out very well. Under Operation Warp Speed, we're on track to deliver at least 100 million doses of a vaccine before the end of the year, with hundreds of millions more to quickly follow. Our military will be delivering it. We have the best people on earth in our military, and we will deliver the drug. We will deliver the vaccine rapidly. Unfortunately, the media's constant efforts to stoke panic and hysteria and to probably change an election, that's what they really want to do, have undermined our public health.
No, don't do it!
Hello Moglet, so I've recently been digging more into the game's mechanics, as I usually do once I get a bit more familiar with them and more comfortable with them. And one important thing I realized, which I feel like I should have realized a lot earlier, how different stats, namely on the weapon and artifact, affect your overall strength. We're mainly going to be talking about the difference between attack percent and elemental percent, and this is only really found on the goblet here. So here we have a 34.8% electro damage bonus and a 34.8% attack bonus. Which one is better? I mean, as far as Kachin goes, she does mostly electro damage, right? Her ult does electric, her E does electric, she even imbues her basic attacks with electric after doing her E. She can do mostly electro, so you'd think automatically, yeah, sure, electro damage bonus, best. If you weren't aware, like I wasn't aware for a while, the attack bonus actually just adds on to your base attack. It does not add into all the other artifact attack percents or the attack percents on the substats, etc., etc. It just adds on to your base attack, which you get from your character's level and their weapon. This white number is your base attack. What is also interesting is it kind of depends on how high you are, what's better or not. For example, once you get to AR 40, you can raise your weapon to 80. Currently on Lion's Roar here, we have 449 base attack. We also have 37.7% attack. Now, quick question, what actually gives you more power here? It's the base attack. The attack percent you can see here as only 277. So honestly, the flat number here is twice as powerful as the 37.7% attack. That's always something to keep in mind. But since we are AR 40 and can level up our sword this much to level 80, giving us that massive base attack, we're going to go ahead and just switch that to, like, I don't know, this, that gives us defense percent and base attack. Now we have 325 base attack. We're going to go ahead and re-equip Lion's Roar, and we're going to throw on all of our artifacts. We currently have about 1,000 attack. So let's go ahead and do that. We are using this flower, this feather, this hourglass, this goblet, and this crit rate helmet. And now let's go ahead and go back out and take a look at our attributes. We have 2,000 now. We're getting about 1,000 attack from our artifacts. This includes substats and everything. Everything in artifacts, including the flat attack number, so this attack plus 11, goes into the green numbers. The only way to increase the white number is through weapon and character level. That's it. You cannot increase it any other way. And this is what all attack percent stats base themselves on. So it's the whole additive versus multiplicative thing, you know. And for the longest time I was just like, yeah, attack, crit. That's just how you build a DPS, right? But you do have different options. So if we, for example, take off this 34.8% cup, we can look at our stats again and they only dropped, you know, less than 300 points. So as far as attack percent goes, it only cares about your base attack. At my stage of the game, you know, being able to have a level 80 Lion's Roar, it's actually not that horrible because the artifacts scale decently well. But for other characters, especially like supports where you might not have their weapon raised so high, it's really not that good. So after thinking about that, I was looking around about what else to give her. But at least on the cups here, we have electro damage bonus. This This is my one and only electro damage bonus 4-star, so try not to judge the substats too much. It's literally the only one I've ever gotten out of all of these. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I decided to raise that and chuck it on her for now, even though I am sad about losing 5.9 crit rate and 10 crit damage on this cup. I haven't done too much testing with it yet, but we'll get there. And as you can see, when we go back to our attributes, yes, we have 1780 attack instead of 2k, so it's like, well, you're weaker now. But we also have this cool little 34.8% electro damage bonus. It's just a straight damage bonus for any electro attacks. And with someone like Kaching, she's doing electro damage most of the time. And since you actually get the same amount of bonus here, 34.8 electro damage bonus versus 34.8% attack, whereas the electro damage bonus kind of acts as how I assumed attack did, where it's an actual 34.8% damage increase when you're using electro attacks. Straight up attack though is good for those units where you're kind of half using physical damage and half using element damage, so it really depends on the character. But of course in Kaching's case, she's using mostly electro, which also prompted me to seriously consider actually farming the thunder set. But yeah, another thing I was thinking of is flat attack really all that bad? It's not as bad as I thought now that I know this, and especially when you look at feathers with their massive 232 flat attack, you know, for a 4-star maxed one. Like when you consider we lost what, like 255 or something attack when we unequipped this, and we're getting 232, it's almost the same, you know? Unfortunately with Lion's Roar here, it's going to be a little bit hard to test because when they are inflicted with Electro or Pyro, they take 20% more damage, so obviously we would see higher Electro numbers, but the first hit, the one that imbues them with Electro, is not boosted, so we're just going to have to do one basic attack and kind of compare numbers. 830, 830. So we're doing 830 on all of these dudes. So what I want to do now is get my Lightning Sword imbued, and now we are doing 830 exactly, because we have no electro damage bonus. Now I'm going to leave this place. I want to keep these guys alive, so we're hitting the same exact enemies, and switch our attack percent for the electro damage bonus. Now obviously our physical damage will go down, so here we have the same group of enemies. We're just going to hit one, basic attack, okay, that was a critical, not counting, 736, alright, there we go. Obviously a lot lower as we expected, but now we're going to go ahead and hit one with electro damage imbued, and let's check it. 926. I'm being very careful not to hit one that is already imbued with electricity, because then Lion's Roar will proc. And as you can see, we are doing more electro damage than we were before with the attack percent cup. We are also doing significantly less physical damage. But with Kaching and a lot of other damage dealers that can be in their elemental state, you know, also catalyst users like Klee or Mona that are just actually mostly using elemental damage anyway, it's really not going to matter all that much that her physical damage drops. For mixed users that are doing like half physical, half element, then yeah, if they also have a high base attack, then attack's going to be better in that case. In my specific case, however, I don't think the smallish damage bump we got from switching justifies switching out the 6 crit rate, 10 crit damage subs on the attack percent. So I will be sticking with that for now until we find a better electro piece. There's also another consideration if you're going to be running a superconduct team, which reduces their physical defense. In that case, if you want to have your character more versatile, then attack would still be better. Physical damage bonus would be even better for a pure superconduct team like with a Razor, but if you have a Cryo in your team and are performing a lot of superconducts, then I would actually still recommend attack, even on someone like Kaching that can definitely stay in electro status most of the time, but attack would allow her to deal a lot of physical damage and a lot of electro damage. So it's really up to the rest of your team and preference. If you want to be more versatile and do decent physical and electro damage, then just go with attack. If you want to be super focused on doing superconduct, then physical damage is actually the best, and if you're not even running a Cryo user in your team, then obviously electro damage bonus, or whatever element your character is. But yeah, I suppose that'll pretty much do it. I know this was a little all over the place and perhaps a little hard to follow, so I'm going to drop a little summary here. So in summary, in most cases, yes, you do want to go element over attack. I would say the only exception is if you are, first of all, a very high level and have a very high base attack, or your unit is split in using physical and element damage. However, if your unit is mostly physical, then we have a separate physical damage bonus, like this cup here, which actually gives a bigger boost than both element and attack. So, you know, like Razor, for example, if you have a Razor, he's going to want a physical damage cup. As far as hourglasses are concerned, we don't have that many offensive options. You know, we have energy recharge to spam their ults a little bit more, and elemental mastery, but that's usually reserved for supports. And then on the helmet, if you want maximum damage, you typically want crit rate or crit damage. I would only ever go crit damage if you got a lot of crit subs and or if you have a crit rate weapon, because crit damage, much like elemental percent, is just a straight up increase. It doesn't compile onto your base anything. Also, as far as crit rate is concerned, there's a soft cap at 80%, so don't bother trying to get higher than that. But yeah, there it is. I think even the summary was a little convoluted and annoying, but hopefully you got something from this anyway. Of course, there are a billion things we can talk about when it comes to character building, but I kind of want to just focus on
So
this
you're
one
trying to
topic.
cheat me?
If you have any additional thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comments below.
You motherfuckers! I already knew all this. Stop giving people the game.
Mainstream. Well, what happens to these guys as they get older? You know, it's one thing when a guy's young in his 20s. What happens when he wants to become maybe get married, maybe have kids, maybe have a family? So I got two articles to read from tonight. Number one, we're going to read from what happens when a guy gets married that is a simp. And then number two, we're going to read a young woman, like I want to say maybe late 20s, early 30s, according to her picture on her bio. What she thinks of these guys. Now, of course, many women are out there saying, no, don't be like that. You shouldn't call men that are nice. But here's that are nice to women. You shouldn't call them that. But here's the thing. What does a guy really get about being overly nice? Now, I'm not talking about being like every day.
I ain't got time for that. You're droning on about some shit I don't give a fuck about, nigga.
Hello Moglets, today we're demonstrating some AR-40 artifact runs. A lot of them, as a matter of fact. We're going to check how many 5 stars we get, check out the general state of artifact farming at AR-40. We'll do a little bit of math with my somewhat small sample size here, kind of give a general percentage of 5-star drops at AR-40. I have heard at least one 5-star is guaranteed when you get to AR-45, so that is something to consider. I already knew this from the start, but I just wanted to start farming artifacts. I probably will save like half of my fragile resin for 45 perhaps. But yeah, I just wanted to get some decent sets on my units, so I went ahead and started farming them anyway. So the first 40 or 50 runs or so are just going to be really quick screenshots of the drops, and the rest I was doing on stream, so it's going to be a sort of stream highlights after that. For the quick screenshot drops, I'm going to have a little sound effect because it's going to be going by pretty quick. If there was no 5-star, and a different sound effect if there is going to be a 5-star. For no 5-star, we'll have like, and then when we do get a 5-star, we'll have, you ready? Let's go.
I can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
So now we're going to take a look at the 5-star artifacts that dropped. I'll give some quick thoughts on each of them. Crit damage main, attack percent, elements of mastery, other 2 subs are garbage. It's alright in general for a 5-star because they are kind of still hard to get. I believe I did end up raising this one or a different Royal Mask 5-star with crit damage main. Then we have a 5-star chivalry piece with defense, HP, crit rate. It's kind of meh because I don't really care about this set in particular. It's just the same set that drops with Oblige, which we were also going for. Starts with all percent subs though, so I can't say it's horrible. Then we have a Viridescent piece here. It has physical damage bonus as a main, and this is for Venti, so it's automatically trash. Chivalry set, crit damage main, not horrible. Subs again are pretty mediocre, and I don't like the set anyway, so overall pretty meh. Here's another Royal Mask. It has energy recharge, but then flat HP and defense. So again, I mean, energy recharge is very nice for Mona, which is who I was planning on giving this set to. Then we got a Maiden Beloved piece while farming Viridescent. I actually already raised this one to plus 20 because it just started out so well. And this is for Barbara. So HP, energy recharge, elements of mastery, just like 3 very, very good subs for her. Unfortunately, the 4th sub was crit damage, and that got boosted, so DPS Barbara, I guess. But yeah, overall, not exactly what I was going for during these runs, but I'll take it anyway. Then we got a Chivalry set Feather. Again, don't care about the set. Subs aren't that good anyway. There's attack on it, so whatever, but yeah. Maiden Beloved Feather, no HP percent on it, so meh for Barbara. Defense, flat HP, flat defense, pretty bad all around. Chivalry Mask, main stat crit damage, and then we have literally flat attack, HP, defense for a DPS set. Cool. Maiden Beloved Goblet, main stat attack, obviously not good for Barbara. Maiden Beloved Circlet, main stat defense, obviously not good for Barbara. Another Maiden Beloved Circlet, main stat defense, not good for Barbara. Maiden Beloved Goblet with Hydro damage bonus plus 7%. I really think they're trying to give me a DPS Barbara. Well, maybe we should try it. And I think this one pissed me off the most. I might go over this during the stream. Pyro damage bonus on a Viridescent piece, which has a 2-piece set with Animo damage. You know? Why does this even exist? Then we got another Maiden Flower, but as you can see up there, I had already raised the other one to 20, which was better anyway. And finally from these runs, we have a Viridescent crit rate, which I believe I did raise as well. Apparently I'm trying for a crit Venti. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, that was it for those runs. For all the other runs, I do go over them during the stream, so you can check that out in a second. Right now, actually, passing it over to Stream Moga. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I think I see actually 3. Wow, that's insane. I mean, one of them is for sure just an upgrade material, but I think there are 2 5-star artifacts in there. Conductor's Top Hat, Gladiator's Triumphus. I need a good Gladiator's Triumphus. We actually have a 5 and a 4-star, and then we got a Tale of Boreas as well, of course, for the upgrade mats. I'm gonna check those out real quick. Give me a sec. So here's the Top Hat. Crit rate 4.7. Yeah, I mean maybe. I mean crit rate, energy recharge. Not bad stats, I just wouldn't know right now who to give it to. And please be a good main. Attack! Crit rate, elemental mastery. It's not bad. Oh wait, that's the hat though. I would think I need crit chance there. Or crit damage, but not attack. Come on. 3, 3, 3. Please don't tell me that's 1. Okay, no, we got 3. Ooh, nice. I'm actually surprised. One of them is just the upgrade material, but Concert's Final Hour, Dvalin's Plume, of course, and another Concert's Final Hour. Well, we're going to check them to see if they're good. Attack 7, Elemental Mastery, flat attack, flat defense, very, very sad. They're both kind of meh, honestly, especially because it's like a support set.
If there's nothing
the
better
Hourglass,
to do, we could go
which also
foraging
has
for
Elemental
ingredients.
Mastery on it, and I think the, something else that's important besides attack. Well, I guess I could give it to I just raised like this to 20. It looks good at the start, but then it went to crit damage a bunch as the experience, it'll say. And the more 5 stars, with that information we have, that it's actually not that inefficient to throw your 4 stars into the 5 stars, you know? Put the old into the new. Yeah, that'll do it. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. AR-40 or AR-45. You do get a guaranteed 4-star, and often 2, so I wouldn't say it's horrible to start farming. You know, maybe you have a half 5-star, half 4-star set, and then once you get up to AR-45, you can start farming, you know, mainly 5 stars, and eventually slowly replace your 4 stars with 5 stars. With that information we have, that it's actually not that inefficient to throw your 4 stars into the 5 stars, you know? Put the old into the new. But yeah, that'll do it. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below.
Man, hold on to that shit, motherfuckers. Hey, guess what? Oh my word. Wait, no fire? No flames? Fuck you, you stupid bear piece of shit.
Nice and spicy.
Show me your bear penis. Now it's on my move. Why are you still alive? I didn't give you permission to keep breathing the air. Get out of there. And hand over the bacon. Motherfucker. No. Look at all that loot.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
He looks like loot. You smell like loot, my nigga. You smell like loot and it smells good.
No, my sword!
That's your straw.
Down goes the king. You didn't have what it took. Actually, let me give the game a shot with its music. I hear there's some pretty good tracks in here. I want to see if that's true. Oh. That just feels super unimmersive. Let's try this.
Back at ya!
There we go, that's pretty good. I didn't get to juggle him. I was gonna knock him back up in the air and then cut him in half before he reached the ground. And if he didn't like it, he shouldn't have been born a troll. Oh no. Genocidal maniac. That's hate speech. Hand over your soul. No way. No way. You took his soul from him. So, what's wrong with taking a motherfucker's soul? He didn't want or need it anyway. And if I see him in the street, well, I thought I just cleared that. How? Oh, gosh. Whatever. I don't like Chun-Li, man. Chun Ling is, or Ching Ling, or whatever the fuck her name is. The mechanics behind our character work doesn't work right. By far better than Hammer.
You haven't won yet.
I mean, dumb. Run up the ladder. Alright, I'm getting fucking tired of this shit. Run up the ladder. Run up this ladder. Are you shitting me? Run up the ladder. All your friends are dead, so you're next. Look at you. Now your booty juice all over the place. And you gave up your friends, bro? You just gonna give me your teammates like that? You're just killing your boys, huh?
Take this!
Boy just murdered all of you, bro. I didn't even know y'all was here. Y'all were quiet and everything, and he was like, teammates right over here, bro. I'm like, whoa, okay. Well, got a body bag for each and every one of you. Now y'all dead. 'Cause you a bitch. That's what it be like when niggas be snitching, man. Oh. How can you repay me? You got a pretty mouth. So you want the whole world to see how you work that mouth. Oh, you nasty. Oh, you nasty, huh? That's a long ass quest. Oh no! The goodies! What about the goodies? They're gonna get them tooken! Got one more you little bastards down here I gotta do. I didn't do shit. No way I did. The green new bag of balls.
No, my sword!
I just really don't like having that claymore there. I'm gonna go ahead and switch you.
My demon expelling munch.
Can eat an entire popsicle stick of dicks.
That tingle? One, Nicola!
Red outlines your fate.
That tingle? It's a fury! That tingle? The wrong test subject. Another test subject.
Oh, there's more of you?
That tingle? The wrong test subject. It's a fury test subject. What's wrong with you? What's it done?
I don't know what you're talking about, but that soul is coming with me. Oh no. Taking souls away from people out here. They had hopes and dreams. They were gonna be somebody. Key word is swear. Where's the next one at? What do you mean I already did this one? No. What is the hunter without the hunt? Now I'm gonna have to kill everyone. It's all your fault. I don't think I'm putting any more materials into Shang-Li, man. I just hate her character. So not good for me. I can't tell if it's that it takes her too long to alter what's going on. There's something bad about her. I just can't get over. Plus, not having a range in your group sets you up for a whole bunch of failure at not being able to aim at weak points. But then again, I can't have Amber in my group due to the fact that she is an asshole. Almost never used the fire because the Amber's just bad. I just have to get used to her. I need to get used to it though so that I can be ready. I just gotta be ready. Gotta be ready for that weapon when it comes around. If it ever comes around. Just gotta get used to you even though I don't like you at all. She needs the elemental mastery, he doesn't. That's as simple as that. That's what's happening there. Maybe finish off his gear at some point. I'm just keeping it real. She gave me drinks to drink. We drunk 'em and got drunk, and how I know she thinks I'm good. What I need to do is I need to get her elemental pieces for that. So I'm gonna have to go there, but I'm not going there until I'm getting yellows. That's just how that's gonna be. Only place I'm burning yellows on right now is the electrical set place. That's the only place I'm gonna grind right now. Oh, nigga, you need some constellations, bro. You the only one here with no constellations. You got one. You need a constellation up, bro. You heard me, bro? You need to get your game up. Go out there, lift, do something. Because what you doing right now, that ain't it, Chief. I like it. Trust me, bro. I like you. You're a decently cool character. I can see some things I'm going to do. I already know exactly what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to get you up there so you do more AoE damage, which is perfect. Once you get some constellations in you, 15% off of my cooldown rate. It's going to be huge. I wish it was 25%, but 15% is huge. That means Gupta's gonna overlap all the time. His kick up should overlap. It should be up at all times. And everything but your sword will be up, but the zone itself should be up at all times. Well, this is a really shitty ability. 1 energy every time he hits an enemy affected by cryo? Well, that's garbage, dude. Well, I guess it's not garbage, but it's not good either. That's not bad as like a burst damage move, but really his move isn't getting used all that much. there's certainly no way around that. This way I can use him when I need to use a huge elemental damage, or when I use my ult, switch over to him. He has better usage of it for the reactions than she does, my main character does. I use him to set off the reactions and her.
Wow, this feels great! My whole body is bursting with energy!
I gotta do the ice again anyway. Might as well just go do it. I'm gonna have to do it to bring him up in level. Then again, I can always do it whenever. So what do I get for doing all this? That's a really good question. I wonder if there's a way to get that traded out. Piece of shit. Now we're just falling for no reason. Fucking piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Oh, let's see. I'm missing something. Yes. Sitting here waiting on the damn thing. God, they make you jump through all these hoops to link shit. Jesus. All that, none of that was, none of that's gonna help me do what I was trying to. Oh my god.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Boy. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this garbage? Who knows? Oh, those gotta be for player character. That's what that is. Alrighty, let's get going with this. What the fuck is wrong with your shitty map? What the fuck, man? Are you shitting me, dude? Fuck off. I don't know why you're fucking wasting my time. I can get there from here. Just fucking being a prick. don't feel like fucking trying, to be honest. I'd rather just go for double heels.
Time for takeoff. Ring cutter. Let me leave you a breath. Ring cutter. Rain outlines your face. Let me leave you a breath.
Ass piece of shit.
Time to act.
That's beyond upsetting, you sons of bitches. You Chinese sons of bitches.
Eyes on me! Huh?
That boy thick. Wow. Wow, that is the fourth one of the same goblet. Y'all are some assholes, bro. Big doodoo hole, booty, butt, cheek, holes, cheeks, fuckaroonies, bro.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Record clicks seem to get my land legs back.
Let me leave you a bird. Body and mind. Brain cutter. Time for takeoff. Let the show begin. Brace yourself. Oh my God. Time to act. Time to act. Brain out. Find your fate. Body and mind. Time to act. Time to act. Brain cutter. I let my guard down. Brain out. Find your fate. Let me leave you a bird. Let the show begin. Body and mind.
Trash. trash loot. So trash.
faster.
Master Race. Fuck, I already have that piece. God damn it. Pretty sure I already have that piece with the one I want too. It could be worse. I mean, possibly. This could be a defense role.
Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Defense on it. So useless. Giving me garbage. See, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Oh, so garbage.
We should look for a new investment.
This
Mora
is
doesn't
garbage
grow
even
on
for
trees.
Noelle, the only character who uses this shit, and it's still garbage. This one's not completely garbage, but I mean, I can't really be mad. I got one. I got a good one. It's not like I can complain, but still. I mean, I can complain, and I will. Alright, let me figure out this garbage real quick. They don't really have it here. Okay, that's not helpful at all. None of this is helpful. Oh dear. Well,